Hi guys, so today I have another day off, which may actually be my last day off in a while because by the time this video goes up, it'll probably be a couple of weeks already. So most likely we'll be well adjusted to it, but right now we are in stage 4 lockdown. So just to clarify as well, so I'm not doing daily blogs where I'll record a week and then put it up straight away just to keep in line with the timing. I am just, post like some days I might do like one record once, twice, 3 times a week. If I have time, and some days I might not have any if I don't have time. So I'm just posting up just random daily events, things I do, like projects I'm working on, just so you guys can see what it's like living on the other side of the world. And also, if you're wanting nosy, wants to know what other people get up to. So yeah. So that being said, we are in Melbourne metropole areas. We are in stage 4 lockdown as of this week. What that pretty much means is most things will be closed. So everything, so shop like Bunnings, Kmart, anything that actually any shop pretty much that is not essential. So unless you're providing, medical services, groceries, including, I don't know why, but bottle shops are open, like anything providing food are open. Restaurants are closed except for delivery and takeaway. Most big shops like Kmart and Bunnings, I guess they're open for online deliveries or click and collect. Most other shops should be closed. Retail is closed, only online. Some manufacturing warehouses are closed. Otherwise, like construction or like certain abattoirs, because there's actually a lot of cases in abattoirs, they're restricting the capacity to down to like 1/3 of business. Schools are closed, going to online remote learning. Not sure about public transport, but pretty much if you can work from home, work from home. A lot of businesses are closed. Call centers are apparently closed, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. But that's pretty much what we're living in right now. And other points for stage 4 is what was it? Okay, so there's also curfew. You can't go out after 8 p.m. till 5 a.m. unless you have a proper reason why, because there'll be police patrol, and you can only shop with a radius of 5Ks. So for what that means for us in particular, like personally, means nothing much. Like we don't really go out, we shop locally anyway. And the good thing is where we live, we're in a good spot where we have a variety of things as well, so it's pretty good. The only thing that impacts us is obviously childcare, because childcare will be closed, on the exception of if both parents, or if you're a single parent, are essential workers. So that means Kang and I do qualify for that. But what that means is in Isabel's childcare, there's one or two of them, and she's one of them. So it means that if she does go to childcare, she may only be the only one there some days. So what that means is, if on the days that I don't work, I'm just going to leave her home with me so we can hang. And obviously, whoever finishes work early picks her up straight away. That is the life we're living in right now. I guess another challenge would be my parents, because they live an hour away, but they do come every week to look after her on the days she doesn't have childcare, Thursday, Fridays, how that's going to work. But I did call the hotline and they confirmed that it should be okay. But, obviously it sounds pretty bad that Melbourne, no, it's not even really Australia, it's just Melbourne is going through a lockdown. But I think it is for the best. Like, I think the government is doing the best all they can do to try and, do a proper lockdown without impacting too much. Like, the whole point, I guess, is they just want people to stay at home, to keep a social distance, to stop the spread. Like, our numbers aren't high as other countries, but it is high for Australia. And considering right now in the second wave, there are more elderly people dying, more transmission cases, that, we all just want to try to do the right thing, but at the same time, I see where they're coming from. So, if you're worried that Melburnians are, living it tough, don't feel stressed. Don't worry. Like, we're okay. We're not starving. There are food. I mean, there are people panic buying, but, the shelves aren't completely empty. You're not going to starve. It's not like 100 years ago during the Spanish flu, There are still ways of getting stuff, just delivery or takeaway. There's, food. I mean, I think we have a big variety of options anyway, so there's plenty of that. But that's, pretty much where we are. But like I said, this may not go up for another couple of weeks, so we don't know. It goes for 6 weeks at the moment. It may be extended, but I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, so today is my last official, I guess, day at home by myself. So I have a list of chores to do, which is nothing, fancy, everyday kind of stuff. But I thought today my project is to make some face masks. So I'll share that with you guys. But right now, I'm just sitting on the couch. It's almost 11 o'clock right now. I dropped Izzy off at childcare at 9, and I've honestly sat in the car for half an hour. I don't know why. But right now, the whole morning, I've just kind of been deciding what to have for breakfast. I'm I don't know what I want to feel like. I'm having one of those days where I'm just being very undecisive. Do I want bacon and eggs, or spam and egg sandwich? I'm I kind of feel I don't know, not really feeling it. Should I want toast? And then do I want cereal? But it's kind of cold. I'm looking at the pantry. Do I want instant noodles? I was going to make the Ranton noodles, the one on Parasite, but I'm I don't know if I can eat 2 packets. I don't know if I feel like kimchi noodles. I feel like something warm and hearty, but I don't know whether I feel like noodles or want something healthy. So I don't know. I'll figure out something. Okay, so by the time I figured out what I wanted to eat, it's now lunchtime. But I ended up going with the noodle option. So I've got here a shin ramen with extra meatballs and Chinese cabbage, and I also added a egg drop in there as well with some fried shallot and seaweed seasoning. It's not the healthiest, that's the only downside about it, but hopefully this will keep me warm and satisfy me. Alrighty, so I had 9 things to do on my to-do list, and I have knocked off 4 of them, which are pretty easy, just, fix up picture frame, hang it, move some Legos down, find a receipt, and pack clothes away. I've got soup in the making right now, just simmering, which pretty much leaves cleaning the toilets, making fried rice, and taking Coco for a walk, and making a mask. So what I think I'll do is, let's just make a mask. So I bought down some material. So I am a bit of a crafter. I love collecting pretty things and crafting. So I've got a bunch of materials that I've been kind of collecting in case I need them for any projects, which I haven't really got around doing any projects. But I've got some fabric here that I thought would be great to use as a mask. I'm really loving these gold speckles in it. So I've got a few. And now I'm only going to make 1 for now. Actually, I might make 2 because I haven't decided on which pattern I want. I'm probably going to make one like this, because I feel like there's just more room to breathe in rather than the one that's sewn in half. Like I said, I'm probably only going to make 2. So I think I'm going to choose this one. I love the gold in this as well. I think black is quite essential, goes with everything. And gold is just very glamorous. So I think I might make a little fan one using this pattern for this. And I also kind of want to use this. I don't know. It just feels really nice, especially in winter. So I might make another pattern where it's sewn in the middle to make this one. Now, I know you're not supposed to, but the problem I have is I can't snack in them, which, like I said, you shouldn't really be anyway. And maybe wearing a mask is a good thing because it stops you from snacking. But I just feel like it's really inconvenient having to lift it up all the time to put something in my mouth. And I know you're not meant to be touching the mask, but I thought it would be cool if there was a little flat thing I could shove a straw in if I want to take a drink or something. I don't know. I'll see how it'll go, but that was just a thought in mind. Although my girlfriend did correct me, technically you're not supposed to touch a mask or anything on that surface. So I don't know how I'm going to go about it, but I'll see how I go. I've decided to make two reversed ones. The first one, I'm using this pattern, and I'm gonna have two different sides because I feel like one fabric is not enough. So I'm gonna do one that's like a black gold pattern, and the other side which is the same but like a peachy kind of salmon color and gold. So I'm going to do a reverse in this one, and then I'm going to make a mask. So the one I was talking about was one that looks like this. Now, we were given this from work. I think volunteers made it, which was really nice of them, but let's be honest, it looks like they've used like old corporate men's shirts to make these, but just the patterns on it remind me of like boxer shorts. And, you know, they're efficient, but they're not the prettiest. So I've used this pattern to create my own. So I'm going to use this fabric. It's like that David Jones kind of like pattern. But I feel like all the fabrics are different. So I'm going to use the same, but reverse it on both sides. The only thing I forgot is to buy elastic, because I thought I had them around the house, but I feel like these ones are a bit too thick that it may not be comfortable. So I think for this one, I'm going to use like old hair ties, and these are quite soft. So I don't have enough. So I'm going to maybe just cut these off and use these. Now, I don't know which ones to put it on because I feel like these purple ones will look better with the black hair ties. But I feel like this black print will also look good, but I don't have any more. So in the meantime, I'm just going to use this and, you know, see how I go. If I like it and it bothers me that the color is different, I might change it up later. But that is the plan. So I'm going to, I guess, line these up and sew them together and hope for the best. I was, like I said, gonna make a little peephole for like a straw, but I think it really defeats the whole purpose of the point of doing it. So I think I'm just gonna make normal masks instead. So this is my progress so far. I've just sewn them together and took the wire out of here and put it in here. And I've just created the fan, which is actually pretty hard trying to get it even, but I think it looks good so far. So I've also taken these off, so I might sew these on and have an extra piece of material just to like neaten it up on the sides. So almost done. So far it looks pretty good. It looks really cozy as well. So far it's taken about literally an hour to get one freaking mask done, and it's finished. It looks pretty good. I mean, there's a bit of like unco stitching going on the side, and the hardest thing was putting these on, trying to neaten this up. So it's not the greatest, but it looks okay. I mean, the straps aren't exactly even, but let me try it on. So, I mean, it looks pretty cool. I even put the wire thing, so that is what it looks like. So it does do its job. Like, I made it slightly like big so it covers most of the face. But yeah, I think I did a pretty good job. I mean, it would have been nice if the straps were kind of like even, but I reckon it's alright. Honestly, if someone is charging $30 for this mask, like, don't even question it. It's worth it because it's freaking effort. This one, like getting the fanning right and then sewing these bits was probably the hardest. But yeah, so it's not too bad, and there is a lot of room in here because of the fan bit, the gathering to like talk. But it does its job, so I'm quite happy with the way it turned out actually. So now I'm going to attempt to make my second mask, which is this pattern. Hopefully this will be a little bit quicker because there's not much like frilling around on the sides. Okay, so it's 3 o'clock. I literally spent like 2 hours working on these two stupid masks. So lesson learned, this is the second one that I made, which is Definitely a lot easier. It actually literally only took me like 10 minutes, not even. But the hardest thing was more putting the rubber band on. I initially had it so it was kind of shorter, that was like folded, neatly sewn up to here, but just wouldn't latch around my ears because it was too short. So I had to kind of like snip it open and re-sew it. And then I kind of gave up and just quickly sewed it. Didn't even clean it up or anything. But it fits now, so I'll show you what it looks like on. This one, like I said, is definitely easier to wear. Like, it kind of reminds me of like men's briefs, like the jock bit. But anyways, this is what it looks like. Like I said, it only took me 10 minutes, but it just took forever because of the strap thing. I think the rubber band, like whatever you use, definitely makes a big difference. I have a feeling this will hurt over time, or it may annoy me, but this is actually okay as well. It's not too bad. But it keeps kind of coming off my ears because I think the straps are a little thick and a little bit too tight. So that is what it looks like. I mean, this is probably a little bit too pointy. I can probably like shave a bit off, but I guess there's kind of like more room for me to talk in. But that is what it looks like. And like I can already feel it trying to escape from my ear. So I don't know, maybe I should have made the elastic a little bit bigger, but I don't know, we'll see what happens. I might make this again or fix it up, but that is what it looks like. This one's not as bad either, although it is kind of annoying me, this one actually, because it's starting to come off, but yeah. So they are the two masks. I think out of those two, I mean, this I thought would be good because it's like a warm, thick material for winter, but it's kind of already starting to fog up my glasses, so I don't know whether that was a good idea, but we'll see how we go. I do like the black side, I think, because of the salmon color, you can kind of really see the stitching, which is probably not as great. But the black side looks really good, so I'm really happy with the way this turned out. And this one fits perfectly, so I really like this one. So yeah, pretty much spent the whole afternoon making these two freaking masks, which would have taken a lot quicker if I didn't fluff around. Let me know if you've been making masks and what your tips are. What do you think of these? Would you pay for something like this? Or what do you think of these masks? Let me know below. And yeah, I'll probably end this here because I pretty much marked off most of the things on my list except for making dinner tonight. I do have an appointment to go this afternoon, so hopefully I'll get this done before I leave and then have a really quiet night tonight on the couch. So until next time, peace.